Hello YouTube, doing a little video here on my CFMOTO CFORCE 500 HO. Got a little model number underneath here. It says CF500 AU-6L. But anyway, I'm going to go over some of the features of this machine, and we've headed on the trails already in South Dakota, the Black Hills, as you can see by the permit on the side there. And let's just start going around the front here. This is a 2016. I'm not sure exactly when they came out with this model. I think it was 2014, maybe 2015. But anyway, this particular model has high and low beam headlights along with some LED, I'm not exactly sure if you could call them driving lights or not. It comes standard also with a winch, which is actually a pretty nice deal. I think it's a 2,500 pound winch, and give you a little bit on actually still on the front end here. I'll just kind of work around here. It has a pretty decent little spot here you can get at the relays and maybe some fuses underneath the hood here. I think this here is the fuse box, and over here is the relays. And anyway, it's got a nice little, I'm sorry, hopefully I got it here. Relays, fuse box. There, got that cover back on. It's got a metal rack in front. It does have a metal bumper on the front of it here. And it looks fairly substantial. Feels heavy and everything. It's got independent front suspension. It's four-wheel drive. Also comes standard with the aluminum alloy wheels and some pretty grippy tires on it. And it does come standard. As you can see here, you can see I think it's the motor actuator for the power steering. Can't come standard with electric power steering. Does come standard, well, not with the bird crap, but it does come standard with these hand protectors here, and also a CVTech, I think it's out of Canada, clutch in it, and it's a dry clutch, I think I've been told. You got your foot brake. One of the things I was fairly impressed with is the actual metal foot peg here, and then also it has, as you can see, for the rear it has footrest that are up higher than the other, and this is a 2-up model. You can ride passengers legally on this particular ATV, and that is one of the reasons I went with this. I see already it's got a screw missing right here, and it did have a screw come out of the hand protectors, but they replaced that. As I go around here, really isn't much else to talk about. Actually, I can get in here and try and get a picture. Here's a drive. You can see the drive shaft that goes to the rear end. It is, I don't think it's a differential in the back. It is straight. I don't think there's too many ATVs that actually have differentials. But it is a straight axe going across. Well, it's not a straight axe. It's coupled between the two, right and left. So, and it is independent, therefore it does have the CV joint going to both wheels. It does have a tube or a 2-inch receiver tube for it. It does have a nice backrest. I guess I should have covered that later. It does have, I believe, LED lighting back here. It is really actually nicely lit up. It has some reflectors on it. It does have a container back here for the tools and different things you want to put in here. The only thing I have a little bit of a gripe about is it is not sealed up like my other models are. Not talking about CFMOTO, but my other brand ATVs I have has a sealed with a gasket on it. This here latch, maybe a little bit Mickey Mouse, but other than that, as you can see back here, has a pipe, nice heavy pipe rack on it, and it has a little bit of a bumper back here, but not much. I wouldn't really consider that protection for the tail lights or anything like that. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how much. CFMOTO is a Chinese brand, and I'm surely not sure how much accessories are out for it yet. But anyway, it is built rather, I think, nice, but I guess it wasn't too hard of a sell for me. I called the CFMOTO people up in the Minneapolis, I should say, Minneapolis, St. Paul area. That's where the headquarters are, Plymouth, Minnesota. And after a talk with one of their reps, tech reps actually called me back, and he was telling me about, I think he had worked for one of the companies in the Minnesota area, which would have either been Arctic or Polaris, and he went over to CFMOTO to help out, I guess. Pretty well built. Does not come with a cat, but anyway, I was going to show you something here. It's a little strange, I should say. They have this connection back here port, and that connection port here is for a harness that comes with it, and that harness is for trailer lighting. I guess I would never know if I would ever use it. I doubt it, but it does come with it. So, yeah, it was nice. It has the shifter over here on the left side, and it has the brake over here on the right side, which is a little bit hard getting used to because my other models, Arctic and Polaris, have the brake on the right side. So that was something kind of hard to get used to, but it didn't take too long. Had it figured out. The dash, rather nice dash on it. Instrument panel, and it has the different things on here. 343 miles I have on it, hardly anything. It has a trip odometer. It has RPM, a voltage, and I'm not exactly sure what that is, to be honest with you. Gauges, amp or gas, and I guess I do have it in 4-wheel drive here. It also has, if you look here, the switch here, you can switch it in and out of 4-wheel drive. I guess it still shows here, but you can switch it in and out of 4-wheel drive. Oh, I can hear, that's what I heard, a little motor to switch it. And then also there is a diff lock for the front end. So I will take and move it, and it looks like you can't lock it in when it's in 2-wheel drive, I guess. But it does have low, high, neutral, reverse, and park. In order to shift it from forward to reverse, you have to push on the foot pedal brake to get that accomplished. And it does have your controls. Actually, does have a horn Yeah, cat, did you like that, cat? What am I honking the horn for, right? The grandson's like that. The horn part has your winch control here, your kill switch. This one has a starter switch. Starts up rather nice. And switch it to RPMs here. Oh, missed it. There, runs at about 1700, 1650, 1700 idling. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Articats, how it's the sound of it, everything. This particular one is 496, I think, cc, or 494 cc. Like I said, it pretty much it, I guess, on the review. Yeah, there was one thing. Okay, pros. I kind of want to go over some pros with it. Yeah, I guess all the accessories are the pros. Again, aluminum wheels, the winch, the hand guards here are kind of nice to have. You know, especially if you're going through areas where there's a lot of brush and stuff. And the other pro is the 2-up seating. I like that. Let me see what else do we have on here. It's stylish. It looks nice and everything. Right here is there's a cover on here. You can remove the check oil. You can see there the dipstick. This little cover right here is for the filter, oil filter, and let me see, it is a cartridge type, which isn't that big of a deal. I kind of like spin-ons, but you know, it's not that. I've got a Polaris that's got a cartridge. I have a Articat that actually has a little screen, and then a couple Polarises that have the spin-on. So really doesn't matter to me, I guess. I think this would be kind of messy to change oil, to be honest with you. But I think any way you look at it, you're going to have a mess when you change oil. So anyway, excuse me, pretty much covered it. Oh yeah, it does have a 12-volt accessory plug right here with a good cover for it. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else on this thing. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go over a couple things with this as far as the problems. I guess if I were to have one con with this outfit, or two, the seating, I think, is, oh, speaking of that, let's go back. And I'm going to remove the seat here. And if you look at the battery, I shouldn't get into the con yet here. The battery here has, it's a large battery. It's an AGM, they call it absorbent glass mat. I think that's what they call it. It is a brand name battery. I think it's YUASA, YUASA, I believe. If I got that wrong, I apologize. You know, that's definitely a plus. They do definitely have decent batteries. As you can look here, you can actually see into the rear compartment here. I wish they would have sealed it up a little bit better. It does get dusty. As far as the seat goes, I noticed that they did not replace my little rubber grommets here. Those fell off just about right away. For some odd reason, these are still on, but I don't know why these had to fall off. I'm going to put this down. Sorry about this. There. I don't think, oh, I didn't get that. Oh well, never mind. I'll get that later. But one of the things I don't like about it is I think it sits a little bit low. Your knees are bent a little bit more. It would have been nice if that seat was a little bit higher from the platform. The other thing is maybe a little bit, you're bumping your knees a lot. It seems like it has kind of a wide gas tank part. Not a big deal, but that's one thing that's a little bit different than my others. Obviously everybody's got to be different. The other thing that I don't like, and nobody really liked on the trail either, and it's hard to see right here, but I think from the side I can show it better, is the pointing of the muffler or the exhaust outlet. If you look at that, it points down. Now, why would that be a big thing? I'll tell you what, on a lot of these trails they're really dry and dusty, and this thing kicks up dust like you wouldn't believe when you're sitting there stopped on a spot, and it kicks up more dust than my others. My others actually take and make a more of a angle towards the back rather than down, and they don't kick up dust like that so much. Not bad for cons, I guess. There's a lot more pros than cons, so I guess I'm being maybe a little bit too picky on that. Issues I've had with it. Okay, right out of the box when I got it home, I did not, I wasn't able to test drive this. I think if I would have test drove it, I wouldn't have bought it. And here's the reason why. When I got it home, I couldn't believe how bad it was as far as slow driving. It was horrible. But anyway, the problem was you'd let off on the throttle and you could not hold a steady speed or steady RPM. There was definitely something wrong with the system as far as the I don't know if you would call it, I guess it would be the throttle body and the fuel injection system, where it would just drop off at a certain RPM. And with the braking, oh yeah, it does have engine braking. With the engine braking system that's on here, it really would slow down and kind of put you almost up over the handlebars a little bit if you weren't paying attention. That was really bad. So if you wanted to do any kind of herding or something like that of animals, which I do on occasion, I help the neighbor out every once in a while, herd cattle, and it was really, really difficult. And then at trail speeds too, it was really kind of a pain in the neck. Well, they finally, in America, they had the fix overseas a lot sooner than they came with it in America. And mine was probably one of the first bikes that maybe got the fix in our area. And after they got fixed, it was great. But they didn't pay attention to where they routed the throttle cable, or they did something different with it, or they adjusted it. And then it made it speed up when you turn right or left. Well, I brought it back for that, and in the meantime, I had issues with oil in the air filter box, and apparently they had did something not quite right with the crankcase breathing system, and they were supposed to have done a fix for that. That's been applied to it. The other thing that happened to it, every once in a while, it would not start when it was hot. And it would crank and crank and crank, and it would smoke really bad, and you could smell the fuel loading up in the system. And then you'd go and they would sit for a while and then come back to it, and it would start up just fine. Well, apparently there's an issue with power to the fuel relay. Got that issue apparently fixed or patched or something, but I hope I never have that problem again. But at this point in time, I probably, it's got a month left in its warranty, and I have a sneaking suspicion that I am going to be trading this unit, and soon. I've actually got them nailed down on a price what they'll give me on trade-in, and it is acceptable, and I am going to be trading it for a different brand. I don't think I am going to go back with another CFMOTO as long as I live. The good outfit and everything, they seem to be, but I just had too much issues with, I would say, too many little things, and just kind of expecting down the road quite a few other little things that might just absolutely drive me nuts on this thing. So hate to see it go, but then again, kind of glad to see it go. Well, hey, thanks for your time. Hope this helps out. I'm a fussy person, and take that into account when you decide if you wanted to buy one of these things or not. But anyway, here you go. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.